Massive game coming up in the EPL. Manchester United will go to Stamford Bridge. Now, Manchester United was very, very foolish last week. That is how I'm going to put it. That is the only way I'm going to put it. They asked their city rival to do them a favor, and they had a win against Chelsea, only to go slapped by Leeds at Old Trafford. So that is exactly how I'm going to put it, because that was disappointing. All right. So now there is not going to be any third party involved. All right. Both teams will have to do the jobs themselves. They will have to do themselves. So here is what we're looking at. United, they're sitting third, 55 points, quite comfortable. Chelsea, 48 points, they're sitting sixth. Now, a win for Manchester United means they are getting closer to the Champions League, obviously. But a loss for Chelsea means they're sliding out of every European sport. Yes, so this is a massive game. All right, both teams will go into this one seeking a win. They both need a win, and that is why it's going to be tough. You don't want to miss it. Now, both coaches, of course, are schoolboy coaches. That is the truth. They're going to set up in a 4-2-3-1. That is the formation. It is the structural setup. It is like the skeleton. What is going to be different is the muscles and the systems that are going to form the entire full body. All right? That is the only thing. For Chelsea, they want control. They want possession. They want to press Manchester United, right? Especially knowing that that Manchester United defense is going to be a makeshift. For Manchester United, it is, well, okay, dominate possession, it's okay. Keep control, that's fine. Dictate the tempo, we'll cope, all right? They will look for transitions. They will look for counter-attacking opportunities. However, though, their defense will have to sustain the Chelsea pressure. What happens is this. When a team is pressing you really high up, I've said this time and time again, they're leaving you very small space for you to operate. Now, you need to be very, very good with your passes. You need to be very, very good with how to dribble out of those tight spaces. And of course, you have to be press resistant. If you're not, that is where you're going to give away possessions. And when you give away possession closer to your goal, well, you know what is going to happen. You are giving opportunity to your opponent to punish you. So that is what's going to be Chelsea's approach. Press you high up, suffocate you, and see if you can commit mistakes. Obviously, they're going to be the team that's going to focus on build-up plays, creating chances from open plays. For Manchester United, that set piece is a threat. We know Bruno Fernandes can deliver. And there is this connection between Bruno Fernandes and Carlos Enrique Casemiro. Once he put that ball in the 10-yard box, Casemiro is highly likely going to connect. And if he connects properly, then it is a goal for Manchester United. They also have Benjamin Šeško. I think he's going to come from the bench. But he brings a lot of things that are different, right? That vertical or direct approach. And for me, I don't know. He has to play. Whether or not he starts, but he has to come on if he doesn't start, because he brings a different dynamic to Manchester United, okay? When Bruno Fernandes say he releases Ahmad or Matheus Cunha, you have a proper center forward that is going to run right into the penalty area or the 6-yard box, position himself to connect with those crosses. So you have to do that at some point in time if you are Manchester United, right? So both teams need a win. But I've talked about the makeshift defense for Manchester United. It's not like Chelsea also are super comfortable defensively. The other thing is, their fullbacks are kind of set a little bit. Malo Gusto and Kukurea. Well, Fofana is available, but we know Levi Colwill is also out. Trevor Chalobah is doubtful. We don't know. All right. But Enzo Fernandez is back. That is a big addition. The only problem is whether he's going to play in that double pivot with Caicedo or maybe he's going to play behind Joao Pedro. And this is what I don't like. All right. For Liam Rosenau, Cole Palmer needs to play as a number 10 or number 8 or half 10, half 8. I think he is the most creative player. So you want him to get on the ball a lot more and try to create plays comfortably. Right. But when you're playing him as a right winger, here and there, and in some games as half 10, half 8, you are not building consistency, right? He has to play freely. And if he loses possession, you have Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez to take your business. So, but I don't know how he's going to set up, but he needs to play him in that role. More so when you have very good wingers. Pedro Neto is there. Garnacho, well, yeah, a little bit better. Estevao is there. So why not? Why are you forcing Cole Palmer to play from the right? That is what I don't understand. But anyways, let me get to prediction. I'm gonna go for Chelsea only because they have had one win in 7 games and they have failed to score at Stamford Bridge in 3 games. That is top class disappointing, right? So now if they're at home, that is a record that I want to put to bed. And if you're coming up against a Manchester United that is a makeshift defense, and you're also looking at that Champions League objective, which is very, very much alive, you want to go all out and win this game. Plus, Manchester United have been a little bit inconsistent themselves. So, I mean, there is a possibility for them to get a win, and I'm going to go for Chelsea for the win. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until then, y'all stay blessed and peace out.